Welcome back. You are watching 69 WFMZ special edition of Storm. Thank you so much for tuning in for our storm coverage here as we continue to keep you posted here. I'm keeping an eye on Facebook here and also checking email in the Stormcenter. Again, this is not the type of time we want to encourage you to be checking out your Facebook and your computer, but we're just kind of trying to verify to see, get as much information and gather as much information as we can. Those areas, obviously, you can see right in between Chapman. Right here you can see between Chapman, Bath, Nazareth, you need to seek shelter. In Bath and Chapman, don't let your guard down until you've heard the wind, the rain, the thunder diminish and move away. Obviously, Slatington, you can still see there are some lightning strikes there, and we certainly want to encourage you to keep an eye on there, a guard there. It does look as though the most severe weather now continues to advance. Nazareth, you guys are right there. I mean, it is like literally almost there. Belfast as well. I want to encourage you to seek shelter in those areas immediately. I want to kind of recenter this map so that we can really get a good look here what's going on. Again, Slatington, you're still getting a thunderstorm back there, and I want to keep a close eye there what's going on back to the west as well, just so that we're not letting our guard down. But a tornado warning remains in effect, obviously, for Lehigh County. It's still 8:30, even though you can see that most of this now has advanced off. Let me get out, zoom out. Another image just coming in. So right now, that storm is right on top of Nazareth, Belfast, stretching all the way up now into Bangor. Again, remember, this storm has had police reported rotation. It doesn't mean that there's a tornado on the ground. It just means the potential for a tornado exists. So I really want to encourage you that if you're in these areas, Nazareth and Belfast, seek shelter. Where's the safest place? If you've got a basement, you want to turn your TV up as loud as you can so that you can still hear, if you can hear. And other than that, I'm more concerned that you get to a safe place. Again, if you're in the Nazareth, Belfast areas right now, up towards Bangor, I would include you in that right now, as the tornado warning is in effect for these areas. Of course, basement is always the safest place. You want to get underneath a workbench or a sturdy piece of furniture. If you don't have a basement available, you can seek shelter. The lowest floor of your building, an interior hallway is good, an interior closet is good. Grab some blankets, pillows, cover your body and your head. Stay away from the windows, please. Not the type of time. I know folks tell me all the time they love the movie Twister. It's a great movie, but it's really unrealistic and it's ridiculous to think that folks can watch these storms when you're in the middle of them. It's just not a smart thing to do. Standing by windows, debris could be flying if there would be indeed a tornado or even strong straight line winds. The potential is there. When you've got a tornado warning in effect, it is the most severe warning to let you know this is the time to take action. It's not the time to be out on your porch, to be trying to videotape or be trying to take pictures. Again, that movie Twister, I loved the movie as a meteorologist, but one thing I didn't like is it really gave people, the idea that you can go and you can really say this, it's not going to turn towards me or it's not going to move towards me. It's ludicrous to think that when you have a cell this size of this thunderstorm, a tornado can drop at any time and it can turn in different directions. So it's just ludicrous to me to think that folks want to go out there and that movie sort of encouraged chasing these types of storms. You really have to be professional to know what you're doing. And even that, I tell folks, that even the professionals, I know folks that do this, they know to stay at a safe distance, and they know they know really what they're doing. So please, don't be standing by a window or door watching the storm. If you're in the Nazareth area, you need to be in shelter immediately. In a basement, again, if you don't have a basement, an interior, the lowest floor in your building, interior, a closet. Have some blankets, some pillows. I know some folks, if you have an interior bathroom inside of if you have those old bathtubs, that'd be a good place to be as well. I'm going to zoom back out so we can get a good idea here. Again, I really appreciate you tuning in. It's unbelievable how to the south here, Bucks County tornado warning is in effect for you guys, but it looks like whatever was happening here to the south has diminished greatly. I am a tiny bit concerned taking a look at this back here to the west northern Lehigh County. Remember, I always say you never want to keep your eye just on one area only. Back here, let's zoom in here and see what's going on. Again, you can see just the far northwestern, just west of Schnecksville. You got another area there of some concern. That's north of Lenhartsville, west of New Ringgold, and of course you can see it's advancing towards Schnecksville. Tornado warning remains in effect, so I want to make sure that there's no rotation there associated with that. So, of course, if you're in the Schnecksville area, be prepared to seek shelter again in those areas. But let me zoom back in this area here, because that seems to be, and there you can see, Nazareth, Belfast, Wind Gap, those areas. If you're not in shelter already, you need to be. Of course, you can see Easton down here on your map. Again, it looks as though, let's animate this so that we can try to get some sense here of the direction that it's moving. Of course, we have seen that they've essentially been moving west to east, but almost a little bit of a southwest to northeast component as well. Let me just, I keep getting information in here, so as we're talking, I'm also checking the very latest on Facebook and also on emails to see if we're getting, again, I'm not in any way asking anyone to be sitting in front of their computer. I'm getting an email here saying that Buttstown Road is the area north of Route 22. That's where we said that you can see a tornado was reported by a spotter on the ground at 7:59. Again, that was, thank you so much, Jay, for pointing that out. I must have said Buttstown, and we were referring to Buttstown Road north of 22. Obviously, you can see it moving from west to east, those dark shades of red in and around the Nazareth area, really right on top of you right now as we speak. But it really expands all the way up into Belfast, Wind Gap. Now, you guys are going to have to start talking about Belvedere. The Easton area looks like it looks like the way this is moving, you may get brushed. So this is a severe thunderstorm with rotation, and so we need to all be on guard here and obviously be prepared to seek shelter in that area as well. And let me just kind of get some sense here where we are. Let me stop this so we can see where the latest image is. And if we're looking at, these are all areas here. Again, Nazareth, the shades are getting a little bit lighter for you, but the areas that we're looking at right here, and there you can see it. Obviously, talking about up towards Cresslerville Road. A new information just came in here. Let me pass that information along to you right now. Tornado warning is in effect, obviously, for these counties. But let me tell you, it remains in effect until 8:30. Tornado warning. South Central Northampton County, Central Hunterdon, Southwestern Warren counties. As of just 2 minutes ago, radar continued to indicate a tornado or possible tornado that was located near Palmer or near Easton, moving east at 20 miles an hour. This storm with a potential tornado will be near Old Orchard, Glendon, Easton, and Wilson by 8:30. Once again, let me repeat that information if you missed it. Again, you want to be in a shelter if you're in these areas. In a basement, the lowest level of your home. If you don't have a basement, you want to go to an interior closet, take blankets, pillows, cover yourself in those areas. While we're doing that, let me zoom out just a tiny bit. Let me go back out to the bigger picture here, and let's take a kind of a more of a wide approach here. There you can see it, and you can really get a good sense here. I am a little bit concerned here, northern Lehigh County. Once again, keep an eye there. If you're in the northern parts of Lehigh County, as this is all going to be advancing off, let me put this into motion. If you're, again, near the Belvedere area, you want to be able to be seeking shelter as well. But once again, the tornado warning, this is where you take action and take it immediately if you can by seeking a basement or lowest level of your home, interior, maybe closet, take blankets and pillows. Hunterdon, this includes Northampton, South Central Northampton County, Hunterdon County, Southwest Warren County. Again, as of just a couple of minutes ago, Doppler radar indicating not only rotation but a potential tornado located near Palmer or near Easton, moving east at 20 miles an hour. If you're in the Old Orchard area, Glendon area, or Easton area, and Wilson, you want to be, it looks like that may get to your area within the next, I would say next 5 to 10 minutes. So again, be sure to seek shelter. And as you can clearly see, that spot where it says a tornado on the ground, again, that was north of 22 as of 7:59. And you can see that as you take a look at these dark shades of red, it's not unusual to see them, these storms, the natures of these storms. They can pulse up and really be intense, and then they can weaken. So obviously you can see those shades of red. They kind of pulse up and vary a little bit. Now, the last image that came in, it looks like it had weakened just a tiny bit. Again, back to our west. Let's not let our guard down here. We're seeing darker shades of red. That's intensifying in the northern half of Lehigh County. And so I don't want you to let your guard down if you're in and around that area as well. Let me go take a step back here. Let me go back as we take a look. There you can see it. Again, in that northern part of Lehigh County, I want to make sure that we're not letting our guard down. And yeah, that's turned on. Okay, so what we want to be aware of is this area here right now. Again, northern Lehigh County, keep your guard out. Bangor, Nazareth, again, Belvedere. Now we're going to start talking about Portland. If you're in those areas, this cell is continuing to advance off from west to east, moving along now at 20 miles per hour. Earlier, it was very interesting because earlier, there you can see a new image just coming in. Again, these dark shades of red in northern Lehigh County. Again, good number of lightning strikes associated with that. Remember, we're talking about a severe thunderstorm when a tornado warning is issued that has rotation. Police have verified that there is spotted officially rotation within the actual thunderstorm itself. That means that it has the potential to spawn a tornado at any time. So if you're in the area of Portland, Bangor, Belvedere, you look at these shades of red starting to make their way now towards Belvedere. Nazareth, again, I would continue to stay in shelter if you're not there. One good sign here for Bath, you're starting to see the shades, turn a little bit lighter. That's good news. Again, you want to emerge from your shelter when when it starts to get quiet, when the rain and the wind quiets down. And remember, now I see the red just disappeared. That may indicate something. We're going to have to keep you posted on that. That may have meant that, we just reached 8:30 and the tornado warning has now expired. Now, whether or not that's going to be reissued, it does look as if some of these shades of red, it does indicate that maybe there's been some weakening has taken place. We're going to continue to keep you posted and monitoring the situation. But again, I want to make sure, just because the tornado warning has expired, those areas near, doesn't mean it couldn't pulse back up again. Our main concern here at WFMZ, bringing you the latest, the freshest information here in the Storm Center, and that's why we're here giving you updates right here. Of course, if you're tuning into the AccuWeather channel, we have a segment over there saying, just steering everybody over here, because we've been wall-to-wall coverage here for the last hour or so, just watching this Doppler radar. That's how you really get the freshest information. So right along, of course, the Delaware River now, it seems like this cell is now just going to be advancing off into New Jersey. Belfast, Nazareth, it looks like within the next 15 to 20 minutes or so, I think you're going to be in a position where you're going to be able to re-emerge if you've sought shelter and you're still within the sound of my voice. Again, I think if you're between Belfast, Nazareth, all the way over to the Pennsylvania-New Jersey border, it looks like that's going to be, you want to continue to maintain your shelter. In New Jersey, though, Belvedere down towards Easton and Peaburg, I would encourage you to seek shelter in those areas. Let me zoom out. Again, one thing we want to do is not let our guard down. Again, back here in northern Lehigh County, we have that cell, a good amount of lightning strikes associated with it. Taking a look at this right now, it looks as though that the cell has weakened a bit. This severe thunderstorm complex has weakened. And again, not without, I'm sure, a good amount of concern, because whenever you're talking about rotation of any kind within a thunderstorm, that's when you know. When you look up at the clouds and you see that there's actual rotation, that's when you want to really be concerned to get to a shelter immediately. So for now, we're going to just encourage you again, if you're in the Belvedere area, anywhere along the Delaware River, if you happen to be east of Nazareth, Belfast, Bangor, we want to encourage you to seek shelter still at this point in time, even though the tornado warning has been lifted. Again, it looks like that we've seen some weakening here. The tornado warning has indeed expired. Whether or not it's going to be reissued, there, right there. Did you see what happened? We saw that everything now lit up in these shades of orange, which now indicates a severe thunderstorm warning. You're watching this in real time, and I appreciate you staying with us here on WFMZ. I do have an email here from Hackendakwa that came in from Corey. Corey, just 4 minutes ago from Hackendakwa, saying that in Hackendakwa, which, as you know, north of the Whitehall area, in and around the Whitehall area, that there was rotation. There was indeed rotation. Another report coming in from Lehigh County saw cloud rotation. Susan from Slatington saw cloud rotation, low-lying clouds driving home from Schnecksville on Route 873 outside of town. Again, you know, those, if you're in the area, if you're in front of these areas, Belvedere, you want to, again, I don't want to encourage anybody to be taking time to send emails. The good news is Chapman and Bath, I'm happy to report that you guys, at least for now, doesn't mean something couldn't pulse back up, but the tornado warning has expired, but it's been replaced with a severe thunderstorm warning. That's what these orange lines mean. Severe thunderstorm warning. In fact, let me zoom out to see what counties are affected. So obviously you can get some sense here. And while we're, let me get the actual information about the severe thunderstorm warning. I really appreciate you tuning in here to WFMZ to allow us to provide you with this information. Yes, I can verify now that the tornado warning has now expired, but I want to get the very latest information on the severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. Just bear with me here as we're getting this information again in real time. And it's amazing that you're able to, you know, with technology as it is right now, to be able to get real-time information like this. And I'm just clicking on this, and it looks as though there's a hazardous weather outlook. And I'm just going to get this information to let you know here, to pull this up and let you know what's happening. But again, those counties there that you can see, those areas shaded in orange, and it's mainly now the eastern parts of our viewing area. I do think that Lehigh County, a severe thunderstorm watch, or warning rather, should be issued. Here's what it says. Severe weather outlook, of course, hazardous time. It's just talking about the potentials for severe thunderstorms. That's all that says there. But I do think that there's a special weather statement. Here it is. So strong thunderstorms, this is just moments ago, strong thunderstorms will affect Bucks County, Lehigh County, Northampton counties. It says strong thunderstorms about 12 miles south of Lehighton, moving east 30 miles per hour. Again, looks as though, let me just see the timing on all this. Right now, in and around the Schnecksville area, Catasauqua, Hackendakwa, around 8:45, Freemansburg and Bethlehem, 9 o'clock, Old Orchard and Glendon, 9:15. Wind gusts to 50 miles an hour. Small hail are possible with this storm. And this is separate from the storm that a tornado warning was in effect for Northampton County. So it's good information to have. This is referring to this cell in northern Lehigh County. Northern Lehigh County there. Let's zoom in there so that we can get a sense here of what we're looking at. And there you can see it, actually in and around the Schnecksville area. It looks like you're actually going to be prepared, because it looks like, again, 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts, hail, lightning, and that's separate from where we had the tornado warnings. We do see, again, these all shaded in orange, which would indicate for me that there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for these counties. And we're going to continue to keep you posted. I'll give you another update here at 8:45. We're going to take about a 9-minute break. Again, the good news is that tornado warnings have been either expired or have been canceled, but we still have some severe thunderstorms that we're keeping a close eye on. Again, northern Lehigh County, I would be prepared to seek shelter there. Again, if you're in and around the Schnecksville area. Let me zoom in here one more time. Let me go back. That's not what I wanted to do there. And again, our main #1 priority is to make sure that you're safe. So if you're in and around along the Delaware River, Belvedere, all the way down along the Delaware, I would be prepared at least to seek shelter in case this pulses up. From Portland down through Belvedere, when you see dark shades of red like this, you know that you're dealing with a pretty significant cell. But the good news, tornado warning has now expired, which obviously indicates that we have seen some weakening here, not nearly the dark shades of red that we were seeing earlier. And that is very good news. But it's advancing from west to east, moving along about 20 miles per hour. Again, thanks so much for staying with us. We'll give you another update here at 8:45. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Ed Hanna, and I appreciate you guys, folks, sending emails and checking in on Facebook. We'll keep you posted.